Now, in our English lesson today, we are going to be retelling the last plot point, so plot point 5 of The Hideout. Okay, the last plot point is Mila hummed happily as she chopped back through the garden. How strange it was. How strange it was that she'd set off on a ghost hunt and instead found a friend. Of course, she'd still tell her brother she'd seen a ghost. He wouldn't have the guts to check for himself. She reached the house, looked back down the garden and smiled. Maybe living here wasn't going to be so bad after all. Now, in our last plot point, what we are going to be writing, I've separated it into two chunks, okay? And we're going to be using inner thought, so what she was thinking, and pathetic fallacy. But first of all, what we need to do is, I'm just thinking of how we could link plot point 4 to plot point 5. So first of all, I think that we could actually have an end the conversation between Gabe and Mila. So how might they end their conversation? Okay, well, they might organise another time to read books together, mightn't they? Okay, now chunk 1. This is all about what Mila was thinking as she walked through the shed and outside. Okay, so what was Mila thinking about? Now, does she actually notice the shed? All the negative things that she noticed when she walked into the shed, and why might she not? Because she's in a more positive mood, isn't she? Because she's made a new friend. Okay, so our whole this paragraph is going to be a lot more positive than our previous paragraphs because Mila is in a much better mood. She's not nervous, she's not frightened, she's not scared. She's actually a lot more positive. She's made a friend, she's happy, she's excited, she's looking forward to taking she's looking forward to telling her brother that how scary it was in there when in fact it actually wasn't that scary. Okay, now chunk 2. This is for you to use pathetic fallacy, okay? Now, pathetic fallacy is where we give human emotions to things that aren't human, so usually about nature, okay? And we're going to use this to represent the emotions of the scene, so it's a lot more positive, this scene, okay? Now, we're going to mirror how Mila is feeling to the weather, okay? So I'm going to give you a few examples of pathetic fallacy now. Okay, so I'll give you some negative examples first. Negative examples now. Okay, so outside the wild wind howled. A savage storm attacked the trembling trees. Right, that is one version. That is one example of pathetic fallacy. Okay, now I'm giving an emotion to the wind. Okay, and the storm. Okay, it's saying that the wind is howling. Okay, and it's quite a negative sentence. I'll give you another one. Okay, the sky saddened with greying storm clouds heading east. There. So that's another negative example for you. Okay, it's saying that the sky is sad with grey storm clouds because we assume with storms they're quite a negative feeling. Now, if I give you a positive example, which is what we are going to look at today because Mila is in a much better mood, isn't she? A more positive mood. So a positive example could be the sunshine smiled down on us all that day, spreading happiness about the place. Okay, so this is explaining, this is saying that the sunshine is smiling and it's spreading happiness, something that humans can do, okay? And you don't usually see the weather doing that, can you? Okay. So what I would like you to do, I'm not going to write another plot point for you. I want you to go and do your own by yourself, okay, today. I would like you to include these two targets, so inner thought and pathetic fallacy, okay? I've given you a couple of examples. Now I'd like you to go and write that in your plot point, please. Plot point 5, okay? Thank you.